Hi, my name is Joseph. I live in Canaan with my father and 11 brothers. I'm second to the youngest. If you're thinking that's a lot of guys, then you're right. How do you like my colorful coat? I love it. I'm not one to brag or anything, but I am one of my dad's favorites. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because we spent a lot of time together. One day, my dad gave me this cool coat of many colors. That's how I got this coat. When I showed it to my brothers, they got mad. I guess it was because they were jealous. Now, one day, I had a weird dream, and I told my brothers about it. There were bunches of grain out in the field when suddenly my bunch stood up while your bunches bowed to me. I also had another dream that the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down to me. Now my brothers were really mad. They said, "Who do you think you are? We would never bow down to you." Well, one day my father sent me out in the field to check on my brothers, and they took off my coat and threw me into a well. Then a group from Egypt came, and my brothers sold me to them as a slave. My brothers took my coat, dipped it in animal blood, and took it to my father and said I had been killed by an animal. Well, I became a slave in Egypt, was thrown in jail, and was eventually in charge of the other prisoners. One day the slaves had dreams, and I told them what they meant. One day the Pharaoh had a dream, and the slaves remembered I told meanings of dreams. So Pharaoh asked me to interpret his dream. "What can I do?" Pharaoh asked. I said, "God has shown you what to do. There'll be 7 years before the bad years. That'll be very good. So you should save a little bit of each year's harvest every year. That way there'll be enough food for everyone during the bad years." Pharaoh believed all that I had told him and put me in charge of all the land of Egypt. People came from all around the world to buy grain from me because the whole world was in need of food. Some of those people were my brothers. When my brothers came, I recognized them, but they did not know who I was. It had been over 10 years since they had seen me. My brothers all bowed down to me because I was an important person, just as I dreamed they would at the beginning. After a few meetings with my brothers, I couldn't keep it in any longer, and I finally told them, "I am Joseph. Is my father alive?" But my brothers couldn't speak to me because they were afraid. Then I said, "Come here. I am your brother, the one you sold. Do not worry, and do not be angry at yourselves for selling me, because God has put me here to save my people from starving." So my father, my brothers, and their families came to live in Egypt with me, and they had all the food they needed. What can we learn from my experience? Ask yourselves these questions. Should we forgive people no matter what they do to us? When we go through hard times, will God help us through them? Does God have a plan and purpose for your life?